Arthur Miller wrote a play where the plot's packed full. It's definitely a test that bangs on the chest, so we called it the Crucible.
In the 1600s, a very long time ago, some very scary things went down in Salem. Yo!
It all started on a dark and dreary night. Mrs. Putnam wanted to know while all of her babies died.
She was convinced that they were killed by spirits, so she had Tituba try to reach them, so from them she could hear it.
Tituba and the girls were conjuring up in the woods. Sample Hama spells from Barbados, but in Salem they were not good.
Then Abigail went up to Tituba and said, "I want you to make a potion that will leave Elizabeth dead."
Some things went down and Abigail drank some blood so that Elizabeth would die. When they were found, the girls passed out and nobody knew why.
Lots of little girls were dancing in the woods, said Paris. He later gave little details because many things made him embarrassed.
He was out for himself. He didn't really care to help the people. All that mattered to him was keeping his position under the steeple.
They didn't know what to do when little Betty was awake, so mean old Abigail gave her a smack and a shake.
Finally, Betty woke up with a cry. She ran to the window and wanted to fly. Some crazy things going down in Salem tonight. 99% of them will give you a fright. Everybody's secrets are coming out in the air. Most of the accusations just aren't fair. Everybody's saying who's witch and who. Most of the witches don't even know what witches do.
Abigail wanted to keep her white name, so she lied about everything to manipulate the game.
Proctor was a good guy for the most part. His wife Elizabeth was the one who had his heart.
But the crazy girl Abigail wanted him too. You don't even want to know the things that they would do.
Lots of the town people are jumping around giving names, but little do they know they're just a pawn in Abigail's game.
When Abigail accused Elizabeth, it made her cry. Proctor loved her, so to save her, everything he did try.
Mary was a good girl who wanted Abigail to stop it. Bored in the court one day, she made Elizabeth a poppet.
Hale came in one day to find out what was going on. He was a nice guy, but he wanted all the witches gone.
Hale was a learned man and knew a lot about witches, but little did he know the girls were just lying.
Mary didn't want to go along with Abigail anymore, so she joined Proctor's side to expose Abigail as a whore.
Everybody thinks the witches are sending out the spirits. When they say they're innocent, the court just won't hear it.
It's a life for a life, a name for a name. You don't want to know who's next in Abigail's game.
Some crazy things going down in Salem tonight. 99% of them will give you a fright. Everybody's secrets are coming out in the air. Most of the accusations just aren't fair. Everybody's saying who's witching who. Most of the witches don't even know what witches do. It doesn't even matter how pure your soul may be. Even Sin-Free Rebecca Nurse was tried for witchery.
Everybody's participating in this mass hysteria. Nobody is safe in the Salem area.
Old Danforth is not an impartial judge. He doesn't really care when the truth is being fudged.
He's on the girl's side even though there is no proof. He even believed Abigail when she said Mary's spirit was on the roof.
Mr. Putnam was greedy and only wanted selfish gain. When Giles Cord brought in his position, everybody thought it was insane.
Because she was pregnant, Proctor could save his wife, but he wasn't satisfied and wanted to save all of his friends' lives.
For a time, Mary Warren was on his side. She even risked her life to say that she had lied.
But one day she couldn't take it anymore. Abigail was out to get her for exposing her as a whore.
She convinced the court that Mary was sending her spirit down on her. To the court, the fact that there was no proof did not occur.
She finally broke down and went to Abigail's side, leaving Proctor, Hale, and everyone else mystified.
Proctor's story wasn't believable until Elizabeth spared his name, so Abigail hurt the one she wanted to save over playing her little game.
Some
crazy things going down in Salem tonight. 99% of them will give you a fright. Everybody's secrets are coming out in the air. Most of the accusations just aren't fair. Everybody's saying who's witching who. Most of the witches don't even know what witches do.
Everybody was hurt somehow by the end of the story. They hung many people and even pressed to death Giles Cord.
Because of jealous Abigail, many innocent people lost their lives, and to them, lying was worse than their enemy's eyes.
When Proctor finally got the chance to confess, he almost did it, but he didn't want to be more involved in the mess.
If he falsely accused his friends to save his own life, the rest of his years would be full of constant strife.
In this terrible battle of evil versus good, not many people acted in the way they knew they should.
Proctor might not have always made the best choices, but in the gallows you could hear him praying along with two other voices.
Rebecca and Martha weren't going to save themselves by lying, but Proctor was determined to save his friends, and he died trying.
Rebecca nursed Martha Corey and John Proctor together in the gallows that morning. Realizing what they did, the town started mourning.
While trying to get what wasn't hers, Abigail got what she deserved.
She lost what she wanted, and in the end, everybody's trust. She ran away before the hangings because everybody looked at her with disgust.
Mass hysteria, greed, corruption, injustice, and fear. They ate Salem alive and took everything it held dear.
Some crazy things going down in Salem tonight. 99% of them will give you a fright. Everybody's secrets are coming out in the air. Most of the accusations just aren't fair. Everybody's saying who's witching who. Most of the witches don't even know what witches do. Some people were greedy and fed the giant monster. Others fell and feared Abigail and went along with her.
Some were so holy that they wouldn't never lie, even to save their lives and their name. But in the end, they all realized that because of mass hysteria, they did things that were completely insane.
Some crazy things going down in Salem tonight. 99% of them will give you a fright. Everybody's secrets are coming out in the air. Most of the accusations just aren't fair. Everybody's saying who's witching who. Most of the witches don't even know what witches do. Hey.